Sacramento and taking another load. Damon's back is broken, and I almost had to have him take me to the hospital. So I think I might have another CSF leak. From looking down and bending around, and I haven't been doing any like hard labor, but it's very stressful. It's very painful. So this is the kitchen sample. This is how much it's grown, and this is the downstairs bathroom. It's got fuzz growing in it. But what's really freaky to me is that these are the 2 air samples that we did, which you'll remember from the first video. So this is Tony's upstairs bathroom, and this is the living room. And this is what we are breathing. These were the air samples. These were the swab samples, as you'll remember by the video. These were the air samples, and they are, I mean, I would expect that they are the same because they are the air. This is what we're breathing. We've been sick. I've had surgeries because of it. We told the landlord. His response to us was, "You don't know what mold is." It's the condensation that I left on the windows last night. It's still on there. This was a teacup. I had tea in this that I had poured. The next morning, I dumped the tea out to wash the cup, and this was in my cup. I don't know if I didn't know it was possible for mold to grow that fast, but maybe it was the next afternoon. I don't remember. It's hard to remember anything when you can't think. This is insane. Now it's starting to grow fuzz. So we've been taking the videos of this from the time that we told Tom about the mold, and he said we don't know what mold is and laughed at us. We stopped bleaching because, number one, I'm like, am I insane? Is this really mold? Because it said there's no way it comes to a tile like this. So we stopped bleaching it, and in a matter of, well, I'll have to look at the other video to get the date, but there's great. It's disgusting. It's all over the ceiling. We're sick. These drains smell disgusting. I tried taking a shower before we took the last load up to Sacramento, and when I turned the water on, it smelled like, I thought like when you turn on a furnace, I thought that it was like that kind of a smell after the, oh gosh, I'm just, the brain fog, I'm sorry. You know, when you turn on a furnace after it's been awful winter and it has that burning smell to it, that's what the water smelled like coming out of the bathtub the other day. And I had told Tom that we had smelled, it wasn't sulfur, it was more of a funky smell in the bathroom sink downstairs. And he said, that's just because it's an old house. That's just the way that it is. So maybe if you maintain your house, when you're charging people $3,000 a month, and you're letting an old man live here in this it's just a fire hazard and not erratic. The landlords had the power to evict the tweakers out of the garage. They had the power to evict Dutch out of this house, and they didn't do it. We came in, we evicted, and got power of attorney over Dutch because he was being ripped off. I don't care if the person wasn't a relative of mine. If they rented my house for 30 years, I would have either forced them out by evicting them, to get them away from the tweakers and everything else, or I would have at least served the tweakers. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the way they treated Dutch. And it's ridiculous the way that they treated us because we've been very good tenants. Very good tenants. Very upsetting. So that is the reason why we are staying here. We're a few days over when we were supposed to move out. But we're coming back to the house because we're making sure that we leave it spotless. Even though we didn't have the benefit of a clean, painted house with new carpets or updated anything. We didn't get that benefit when we moved in here because we moved in here to do a good deed to somebody who needed help when nobody was helping. And we inherited this. And then with the price of everything in Santa Cruz and Donna personally telling me to my face that she can get double the rent. So basically, like, I shouldn't complain. And then expecting us to paint their walls before that they'll put flooring in for us. I don't even think that's legal. And then I don't think it's legal that they told us that they would, that if we paid them, if we replaced Dutch as a roommate when he was the major payer of the rent, that we would have to pay them anything over. And they doubled our rent. I mean, they charged us $700 overnight at the new lease signing, and said that if we got a new roommate, they would get that. We would have to give them that money directly. Now, you know, people might wonder why we didn't change drapes in here. Drapes are very, very expensive. And frankly, we couldn't afford it. And other people might say, well, it looks pretty dusty. Well, I haven't done anything. We haven't had the lady that normally comes over and help us do anything lately. Because what's the point? We asked them we withheld the rent to ask them to fix the things that were brought into the house. I can't even lean on that counter, which will show up in other videos. But they came and they fixed a couple things. They fixed this light in here because it wasn't working, and they put this wiring stuff like this as a fix. So they fixed that, and they were supposed to fix Tony's upstairs bathroom. Ow, ow, ow. And they never did that. It's still, if you turn the sink on, we have videos of that. You could, I don't know what's that stuff's flying around in the air, but I imagine it's that mold over there. They never fixed Tony's sink. And then as a courtesy, I gave Tom a long list of things that were wrong with the house. Just as a courtesy. And when I told him I was seeing like moisture gnats and fungus gnats in the bathroom, his response to me was, oh, well, bugs aren't my problem. All houses have bugs. Not all houses have bugs, number one. And number two, I'm telling you as a courtesy so you could fix the leak under the sink so that you don't get dry rot. But at that point, I had not realized the level and depth of how outdated this house is and how dangerous it is for human inhabitants. So I have 30 days ago, when we found the mold issue and we really saw how serious it was, we contacted the environmental people because, as I was saying earlier, I'm sorry, I have brain fog. Tom did come in and he did fix that sink, and he fixed this light fixture up here, and he fixed Tony's wall by fixing. I mean, he took the old moldy sheetrock off and put new sheetrock on, and the mold's growing through that, and I have videos of that. So those are the three things that he did when he came. Then he came to fix the window upstairs, and we have video of that window falling out. We were sitting here and we heard a crash, and I was like, that sounds like glass falling and plates breaking. We didn't know what it was at first. We checked the whole inside of the house. And and we couldn't find anything. And then we looked in the garage and we couldn't find anything. So Damon walked around the house, and we have video of it. The framing completely detached itself from the house. How did they just fix that window? Didn't he notice that the wood was rotten? These people, you know, the thing that ticks me off the most is, like I said, I don't care if you're someone who I've rented to for 6 months or 30 years. If you come to me and tell me that you think my house is making you and your pet sick, I'm not going to deny it. I'm first going to investigate it, make sure you're safe. And number two, I'm going to ask you how you're doing. When I tripped over his carpet and I needed an emergency back surgery 4 months later because the symptoms had gotten so bad, he never said, hey, I don't believe my carpet caused your back injury, but that sucks. You know, it was just, nah. And just fighting back. And the judge will see that, because he's the kind of guy that will contradict himself in a contradiction and then make another contradiction within 10 minutes. Like, it's not his fault. He deflects everything back onto the other person, or that this house is old, or it's just maintenance. Well, if you maintain your house, then you won't have this. This mold is disgusting, and I can't believe that my dog's respiratory issues have been caused by this. And I also can't believe that he wouldn't take us seriously and at least do some kind of an inspection. And then they want to raise our rent and threaten us they could double it. Yeah, well, we'll see about that.